I know we haven't reached all Hawaiian people, but I just urge them, don't let me try to, explain it for you. If you can get your hands on a script, we're happy to send them out. I've been sending them all over, and once people take the time to read 140 pages of script and digest it, it doesn't take much digesting. You can see the offensiveness of it. And I don't think these people can hide behind, well, this is dramatic license. Our intent is there. Yeah, but you're sending this around the world to people who don't know Hawaiian history, who probably don't even care. And what would happen if, say, an epic film were made telling the truth? And honestly, that's been a suggestion I made to Princess Kekalika Kawananapua, that maybe it's time to make this epic film to describe from the first founding father to the last princess. It's just it's something we should do, and instead of letting other people do. And I think it would send a wonderful message. That's about all I can tell you. From the beginning, they were invoking Puakea Nogomaya's name, but when I came to see the original script before I submitted my, I didn't like the script, and I was thinking, if he's consulting on the script, why doesn't he see the wrongs here? And all I can say is, while I give him tremendous praise for his accomplishments as a speaker. Olelo Hoi, he can kuka with the best. He knows how to write in Hawaiian, but this was not his history. These were not his ancestors, his kupuna, who were injured by the Bene Constitution, by the overthrow and the annexation. And we who are Hawaiian, our hearts bleed and cry just as our ancestors did. I can't explain it any better. And even these Hawaiians who don't know it, once you explain the story, they can't help it. It just awakens, it's in our DNA. Our kupuna lives through us. You cannot. The bones of our ancestors are in us. So, I want to forgive Puakea. We had a email dialogue. He was recently in Italy, and I told him my position, told him what I had tried to do, and he said that, well, your position is your own, Palani, and I'm not going to try to dissuade you, but he says, I and other good resources will continue to support this film. And I took great exception to it, because you're calling yourself a good resource and others around you. Prove to us. And if you're standing behind a fallacious script like this, what good are you as a resource? What are you doing? Maybe I'm offending certain people, but you know what? As a Hawaiian, I'm offended by this, and I'm offended by the fact that Puakea Nogomaya stands there protecting the scriptwriter. And in fact, his name, I'm using his name now because it came out in the news report on Channel 9. It was one of the Channel 4, Channel 9, that the two stations that came down to our press conference, and I heard, I think it was Terry Hunter who quoted him. In fact, Terry's right across the street from us, standing there, who said that Puakea Nogomaya says this movie needs to be given a chance. And I even sent the script to Terry Hunter, and I'm hoping, but then that's asking a lot of people who are not Hawaiian, who don't know the intricacies of Hawaiian history. And that was another thing. In the beginning, they had informed me that Mark Forby had done 10 years of research, and I said, well, that's commendable, but I've been doing 42 years of research on my own, and I'm a student. I'm not in any way an expert, but I don't consider 10 years, measuring up to a lifetime. And on top of that, we are Hawaiian, so what we ingest or digest in the way of written or acquired information is more meaningful to us because it's part of us here. They will always be the Malihini looking in on the Kanaka Maoli, no matter how much they acquire, unless they acquire the heart of the Hawaiian. And there are some, Kanaka, non-Kanaka, non-Hawaiians, non-blooded Hawaiians who do that. They embrace, they feel, and they're very respectful to our people, to our past. They wouldn't dare think of doing a movie like this. I just I want to give my best to Princess Kekalike Kavanana. I've known her a long, long time. Many people have run afoul. I'm one of those. I still don't know why that happened, but I would say to the public that despite that, she's a woman who has a lonely path. She's more meha meha than kamehameha was. I have to give her praise and gratitude for everything she's done to perpetuate the legacy of our monarchy. The most recent being 125th observance of the coronation of King Kalakaua right here in the palace grounds. I saw her at Auntie General Keawe's hospital. She was not in her bed then. She was still sitting up, and we sang together and visited. She happened to be, later in life I found out she was a cousin of my mother's, and the whole time we played together I never knew it, you know, so I felt, this is the same feeling we talk about when your kupuna tells you to do something. I knew I needed to be there as often as I could. So I would buy, I don't know, 5-6 times, just see her, say hi, kiss her hello, sing a few songs for her, and then not be an imposition on the family because of all the care. But I spent my time as my mother would have expected me to do. As she did when my mother passed. You know, she called to help, asked me if I needed help, came to my mother's pre-cremation service, sang for her then, and came again for the actual funeral service, and it was just really just a wonderful thing. So I trust in the kupuna and our Kalakaua family. I think they've been we have to look at who's standing behind. First of all, who stands behind Princess Kaiulani, the spirit of her mother? Who stands behind? It goes right up the ancestral tree to the great genealogies of the past. Do you have these high chiefs who wouldn't stand for this kind of nonsense? I tell you, Kalakaua would never have let this happen, nor the Queen, Lili Okalani. Nothing like this would have happened. So my hope is that, actually not even hope, my trust is in the kupuna. They brought the attention and focus on this film. Some people say, well, it's going to make it easier for them to sell it, you know, with all of this dispute. I said, so be it, but hopefully Kekalike Kavananako has you know, positive response results from her legal strategies. And that's all we can ask for. As we've gone in to do the fight, and as Kolina, you know, I'll just tell you guys this because I didn't even think of it. It was just, these are all my friends, and you know, I'll be the latest of my friends. But Kolina Ayu said, she has this ike, which I now respect. She goes, Palani, you know what, I was thinking of this. Your production company is named after your grandfather, who is Nakahili. You went in first presenting the, you know, your arguments on behalf of the Ali'i, and behind, when you organized this objection ad hoc group, behind you was Ahahui Mamakakaua, the daughters and sons of Hawaiian warriors with their ihe, their spears, and behind that Mamakakaua was Ahahui Kaiulani. You know, and then behind us in the foundation of it is the reinstated Kingdom of Hawaii. It just, you know, I said, wow, Kolina, you know, nobody planned that. It just happened that way. And so I keep that in mind that, again, how can we not think of our kupuna as the bus drivers of this bus for us? Yeah, we just have to be good riders and say, okay, where do you want me to get off here and do the fight? And so I promised Henry I would come down. We have promised the princess that we would not disrupt the filming because there is, we'll share this, we found out that they actually want us to do that because this film is insured and they'll file a claim against the insurance company blaming us. So once we found that, I said, okay, play the game with them. So we spoke about it. I said, all we'll do is just make our presence known, let the rest of the Hawaiians know, and the people know that there is displeasure with this film.